How's it going, everybody? My name is Infamous Isaac, and honestly, it feels weird being back on this world after like a little bit. I think it's been like a week or something, because the last video that I did on this world was my mobile game video. But before that, the last like me talking about video was 2 weeks ago. So I haven't been here like, well, I won't be here for a while because I don't have like something to review still, but I will soon, so don't worry about that. But I'm just gonna be talking about something that I find important, right? Something that's important to me, and that is Dragon Ball, right? More specifically, Dragon Ball GT. But before I get into that, let me introduce like my relationship with Dragon Ball, right? So on the channel, I have some videos on the Dragon Ball Super manga, and I think that's it actually. But I've so when I was a kid, I started watching Dragon Ball with Dragon Ball like original, and then Dragon Ball Z. But I didn't watch the Kid Buu saga or the Buu saga, and then I went to Dragon Ball GT. And with that, like that was when I was like around like 5 to 4 years old around there, because my older cousin used to watch it a lot more than I did, and I watched it with him, and it left a good impression on me as when I was younger. That's why I have stuff like that, like Super Saiyan 4 Goku on my channel or in the world. The same thing with One Piece over here, and I would probably have some Naruto stuff in here too, but I haven't gotten to that pixel art yet. So there's just a bunch of stuff like that. But Dragon Ball is special. For a lot of people, it could be their very first anime. It's a very very popular anime, and it means a lot to a lot of people. Like, even though it's not my favorite show ever, I at the very least have watched most of it. Like, I don't remember Dragon Ball because it's been a long time. I know I watched it when I was younger, and I know that for certain, but it's been years, like legit years. I would have to give it like a rewatch or something, or a read through. Probably a read through because like the animation's really old, so I'll probably just read it. But Dragon Ball with the Kid Buu stuff, I have to watch as well because I actually never watched it, but I know what happens in it because of how popular it is. Like Vegito, not Gogeta, Gotenks, yeah, of Goku and Vegito versus Kid Buu. Like, come on, that stuff is sick, and I haven't even seen it yet. But then you get to GT, which is the main point of this video, and a lot of people do not like GT. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people hate it because it's non-canon, because I think Akira Toriyama said it wasn't because it wasn't made by him. Either that or just because it wasn't made by him that people say it's non-canon. A lot of people don't like it because the plot can be considered bad, right? And I'm gonna talk about that in a second. But GT for me is very special, right? Because I grew up with it. It's like how do I say this? Growing up with Full Metal Alchemist original, but then seeing Brotherhood release, right? It's like you watch the original, and if people may or may not like it, like you enjoyed it. And with GT for me, like I certainly enjoyed some parts of it. Like I so the beginning, right, when they're hunting for the Dragon Balls, like that stuff for me didn't really do it for me. I was bored, honestly. Then you get to the what's this dude's name? Baby Vegeta stuff, which I thought was really sick. And to be honest with you, Baby Vegeta is the best villain in GT, even though it's legit just like Goku versus Vegeta all over again for like the sixth time. Baby Vegeta was awesome, and everything that was going on with that arc was amazing. And like that's when we get introduced to Super Saiyan 4. That arc holds a very special place in my heart because they introduced my favorite form in Dragon Ball ever, and it has a really good villain. Obviously, if I read it or if I rewatch it, like there might be some things I can say about it, and that would dampen or decrease my opinion of it. But as the way I'm speaking right now, GT, the best villain was Baby Vegeta. But after that, you go on to Super 17, which is like 5 episodes, which is still crazy to me that that arc is only 5 episodes or like around there. But it's so hated. Like people do not like Super 17, and I won't lie, Super 17 is like a cool concept. And then there's the power scalers who say it makes no sense. Like how do two 17s equal to like a Super Saiyan 4? And I won't lie to you, I don't know how it does, but like it's you're taking it too seriously at that point if you're hung up on that because narratively it's not that great either, but it's an arc that you can just gloss over and be like, yeah, Super 17 happened. There's no point in trying to deny it. Like at that point, you just gotta accept it. Like, yeah, it's not the best arc. If anything, it might be the worst arc in the entire series. Like, oh well, the entire show. Excuse me. But then you go to the Shadow Dragon saga and all that with Omega Shenron, Nova Shenron, Ice, all those other dragons that I don't remember. you know, and they were sick. They were cool. Like having Nova and Ice Shenron were sick. Having Goku fight Ice, I think, with his vision damaged was super cool. Like that fight still stands out to me from how cool it was. Like, oh man. And then you have Nova Shenron, who was legit a warrior, which you could respect. Like he was the best one. Like legit, he was the best Shadow Dragon. Like I man, Nova Shenron has my respect so wholeheartedly. But then you get to Sen Shenron before he turns into Omega Shenron, and his fight with Goku is awesome, bro. Oh my gosh, that like one of the hardest lines in anime history. Like me and my friend talk about this all the time when they're talking and they're in a broken down like abandoned city and Sin is like, ah, this will make a great or this will be a great resting place. And then Goku's like, yeah, this will be a great place for your burial. And then they start boxing, bro. And it's like, come on, that line is so hard. It's so cool. Like hitting somebody with that and still not being able to see is one of the coolest things, yeah. And then on top of that, Vegeta shows up. He's Super Saiyan 4, even though it like that scene goes against what he usually stands for. I guess since he's a lot older now, maybe it's like it's a last ditch effort, a last ditch situation where he needs to do this and it goes against his will, but he's here to protect his family, so his will can be cast aside. Or like I don't know, like that's how I would rationalize it if I was in that scenario in his boots and I had that level of pride, but it does go against his whole pride thing, like this man is very prideful and Super does have that. Like Vegeta is prideful, but he will cast aside that pride for the greater good, quote unquote. So I'm just wondering like if that's another scenario here or if that's just a an out of character action or a contrivance. There you go. That's the word I was trying to think of. But yeah, like that Vegeta goes Super Saiyan 4, then they fuse, Omega Shenron is born, and you have Gogeta versus Omega Shenron. Bro, let me tell you, I like Gogeta more than Vegito, but that's not in the sense of like I just don't like Vegito. Not I like Gogeta more because of Super Saiyan 4. Like that's bro. Gogeta has Super Saiyan Blue, which in the Super anime and in general in the manga too was fire. I won't even lie to you, it was dope. But Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is like he's my goat for me. He's legit the Michael Jordan of Dragon Ball, bro. He's so fire. And that's not to say Michael Jordan is my go. I like all players. Don't worry about that. But Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is my favorite. Like, how do I say this? My favorite form for sure. My favorite fusion. It might be my favorite character. Like my other characters up there are like Trunks or whatever. But like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is awesome, bro. He's so cool. He's legit so cool. But yeah, like in general, that Shadow Dragon saga had a lot of cool moments, but it wasn't that great. Like most of the, I only remember three Shadow Dragons, which is not a good thing. But the parts that I do remember, I remember well, and they were so cool, bro. Like, oh my gosh, it's it's the fact that I can look back on this show with all the bad things that happened in it, like Super 17, the beginning of the show where Goku gets just turned into a kid again, trying to be like Dragon Ball, but then it drops that Dragon Ball stick and turns into Dragon Ball Z. Like I don't. There's a lot of things that I don't like in this show, right? But there's a lot of cool things that I love about this show. Like I don't care what anybody says, no matter how bad they think Dragon Ball GT is. Super Saiyan 4, Baby, Nova, Ice and Omega Shenron and Gogeta are some of the coolest things that show has ever produced. It will not be marred or sullied by the fact that it's a quote unquote bad show. I'm not defending the fact that it's like the greatest show ever because it's not. If I said that, I'll just be lying. But this show brought out some of my favorite things in Dragon Ball ever. Like I can never forget about that. And that's just something that I can't look past, like it's done great things and it's done bad things. And if I ever were to review it, I would give it an honest opinion. Whether my opinion decreased or not, I would still feel the same about Gogeta and Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta and all those characters that I just mentioned. Like I I grew up with this show and it means a lot to me. Even if it's the worst, the black sheep of the Dragon Ball like series or whatever, except like Dragon Ball Evolution, which one day I should watch. That sounds hilarious. But yeah, like Dragon Ball GT, it's fire, It's fire when it's fire, and when it's not fire, it's pretty bad. But that and that's coming from me who I don't even care about power scaling. If it's cool, it's cool, bro. Like obviously there's story and I do care about that if it doesn't make any sense, but with Dragon Ball it's it's people screaming turning into other forms. It's shonen, like I'm not gonna take it too seriously. Obviously there's a level of quality that you should expect, but with this, I know it's not great. I'm just gonna enjoy it for what it is. 64 episodes of Goku. So, that's what I'm going to take it for. And if you ever thought about watching it, it's all up to you if you want to give it a chance. I'm not going to say watch it. I'm not going to say don't watch it. I just say don't go in if you're going in, don't go in with the the preset mindset of this is going to be bad. Go in there with an open mind and just see what you like, see what you don't like and enjoy it. Because if you go in there with the, oh, this is going to be bad, you're going to find nitpicking everywhere. Like, because then you're just going to be a hater about it, Like, you're not going to enjoy anything because you don't want to enjoy anything. You just got to be open minded when you go into it, right? Hopefully, one day in the future, I can go and look at it. Like, maybe it has a manga or something. I can go read it. But it'd be sick, bro. It'd be sick. But yeah, I just want to talk about Dragon Ball GT because of my last video that I'm uploading right now as we speak. Because it's going to be an Overwatch video. So it made me want to talk about Dragon Ball GT because I know it gets hate, but I like some of it, so I don't really care. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching as always. This has been me, Infamous Isaac. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing, and if not, then consider disliking if you don't like it, or if not any of those things, then I mean at least you viewed it, and I'll always be appreciative of that. But as always, hope you all stay safe, have a great day, and I'll check y'all out. Peace. Oh, let me know what you think of Dragon Ball GT in the comments below. What's your favorite fusion? Vegito, Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4, Blue, let me know. But yeah, I'll check y'all out. Peace.